Hi, I'm Aniza and I'm going to present the critical case study. So, by using the Hofstede frameworks, there are 6 dimensions of national culture, which are power distance, individual versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term orientation versus short-term orientation, and the indulgence versus restraint. So, I interview Mr. X, which are from Iran, and this graph show the Iranian culture score using the 6-dimension model. I'm gonna explain it one by one. In Iran, their culture has a high power distance, where there is a hierarchy on the organization structure. The boss usually feel that they are superior and exclusive. Somehow it's authoritarian. There's also a gap between the employee and the employer, and it's very amongst the organization. The government organization has smaller gap than the private one. They support the score, which show that this country have a high power distance. Based on the score, the country is a collectivism country, which prefer themselves as a group by using we instead of I. So family is very important for them. In fact, the person that interviews stated that the Iranian is individualistic and careless, and he admit that himself is an individualistic person, but they are really loyal to their family, but it's restricted into the close member only. For example, parents, siblings, and their good cousin. And the score, which is 41, is considering as a collectivism. It's supported by the fact that they still care about their family even they are individualistic. The score for this one, which is 43, can make the culture relatively considered as a feminine culture. In fact, they are a high achiever that live in a competitive society. They are really proud of what they have achieved and try to showing it off to others. But they also still considering the quality of life, which they really want to live in a peaceful, sane, and harmonious society. That's why it's a feminine and masculine society at the same time. They have a high uncertainty avoidance, which score 59. They prefer avoid the uncertainty by having a strong belief and being very religious. They also believe that they should prepare for their future. That's why they want to have a good education, good job, and have bright future. They used to feel insecure after the 40 years of isolation, so security for them is very important. Since this isolated issue, they did not get much influence from other countries, especially from the Western culture. They really respect their own tradition and culture, and they suspicious about the change. Their culture has a strong normative culture orientation, which make them put the norm as a strict. Everything is based on the norm that exists on the society. Iran is a restrained country based on the score. Based on the interview, it's reflected by the limited leisure and entertainment option in Iran. For example, there are not much club there, and they cannot drink alcohol, of course, because they're a Muslim country, and mostly they do not have time for leisure and restrained by the norm on the country. For them, the motto is work, 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 and indulging themselves is not an option. The fact that they are a Muslim country is the reason they less indulging themselves, since they're supposed to live modest and humble. So, why the person that I interview have slightly different culture and perspective if we compare it to the Hofstede score? Because everyone is different, and for him, he has been here for the last 5 years, so of course there's a cultural assimilation, cultural blending, which change the way he thinking. If we compare Iran and Indonesia, they both Muslim country and their national culture is slightly the same. They have high power distance, collectivism society, and then femininity and restrained culture. The difference is Indonesia has lower uncertainty avoidance level, and they are more long-term orientation country. So it's probably because Indonesia is slightly safer than Iran in the security term, and their culture is too easily to adapt something and balance with the current thing, and they also have high tendency to invest or saving in the future. So, thank you, terima kasih.